there's anyone left alive out there. There is a safe place. We have walls. The undead can't get over.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just recording a podcast to let people know that there's a safe place here.
A podcast? But how?
Oh, I'm using Anchor FM. It's great. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Yeah, but isn't the distribution hard?
No, Anchor distributes for you to a majority of podcast platforms. All you have to do is hit publish. You can even make money with sponsorships, and there's no minimum listenership.
Well, yeah, but I don't know anything about audio editing, so...
That's the great thing. You don't have to. There's creation tools that allow you to easily make a podcast right in the app. All you need is your phone, and best of all, it's completely free.
It sounds like a time to get started, though.
No, all you have to do is download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hey, so, if a bunch of survivors start coming here, won't that attract the undead?
I mean, I guess. So, what was that?
Oh my god, they breached the walls!
Alright, turn off the podcast. Everybody to your battle stations.
This podcast contains subject matter that may be disturbing to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Four imprints, one.
It's time to open the door in your mind. Sit back and listen to true horror. But be careful what you allow in. Because it's time to go through the fog. This week's story is I Wonder If My Wife Suspects Me, posted by user AndrewMjSmith to r/scary stories. I should wait until she is well and truly asleep, but tonight I just can't wait. At dinner, I slipped some crushed up sleeping pills into her soup, hoping she won't notice. Seems to work. As we sit on the couch watching some talent show garbage, I see her struggle to stay awake. First, her phone drops to her side. She reaches to pick it up, but instead the momentum of her body causes her to crash into the couch and into what I hope will be a deep sleep. I carry her to bed. As I lay her head on the pillow, I give her a small kiss. "I love you," she says to me in a mumble. I gasp before she turns and continues her slumber. With my wife out of the picture, I'm free to finish my deed. I enter the cellar to find the boy where I left him, lashed to the operating table. Bloodstains from precious victims pooled and dried around him, his mouth gagged. I lean in close, his fear palpable. "Stay quiet, and I promise this will be over soon," I tell the boy. I don't even know his name. I take a razor and use it to make a small gash in his arm. Before he can scream, I put my finger to my lips and remind him of my promise. I then unbuckle his cut arm, releasing the wounded limb, making sure to get as much of the blood in the table and leather shackle as possible. I then undo his other restraints, first his other hand, and then I point for him to release his feet. Once he's completely free, I use hand gestures to instruct him to redo his first hand restraint, as to make it look like he somehow was able to wriggle out at great cost. I sneak him through the yard and into my car. I have a medical kit and a change of clothes for him that I brought from a thrift store. I try to get his name, but there's a language barrier that neither of us seem too bothered with. I dropped the boy off at a police station a few towns over. I doubt he'd go in, but I figured I'd give him a chance. Illegals tend not to trust the police. I return home and go to bed. It's just after 4 and I have to be up for work at 7. My wife is still sleeping soundly. She'll most likely wake with me, and once I've gone to work, she'll discover her latest victim has escaped. I pray he will be the last. I don't know how many victims there have been, but I know that because of me, 2 of them have escaped. I don't know why she does it. I just know I can't bear to see her kill another child. It's a routine day of work. I return to see her car in the driveway. I wonder if my wife suspects me, or that another one slipped through her grasp. Please, God, let this be the last. Through the Fog was recorded by Haptic. Edited by Brad LeBaron, Haptic, and Kevyn Kerrivan. And produced by Flyover State Park. All stories are recorded either with the author's permission or with a Creative Commons share-alike license. If you like what we're doing, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can find links to Haptic and Flyover at State Park's link trees down in the show notes. There you can find links to our podcast on other platforms, as well as Twitter and other social media and YouTube links. Redistribution or sale of this podcast is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of both Haptic and the story authors. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
This is Flyover State Park. You are clear to land.